Hey everyone, welcome back to Martial Moves Academy. Today we've got a jaw-dropping topic that has set the internet ablaze. We're talking about none other than Jake Paul, YouTuber turned boxer, who's been stirring the pot in the boxing world with his controversial bouts. But now his entire boxing career might be in serious jeopardy. And at the center of it all, the one and only Iron Mike Tyson. In this video, we're breaking down how Mike Tyson's latest move has left Jake Paul's future hanging by a thread. This is one video you do not want to skip, so stick around until the end, because things are about to get heated. The rise of Jake Paul in boxing. Jake Paul, initially known for his viral YouTube antics, has unexpectedly carved a place for himself in the boxing scene. What started as a seemingly outrageous move turned into a legitimate career after he won fights against names like Ben Askren and Tyron Woodley. Whether you're a fan or a critic, there's no denying Jake has made waves in the sport. But, as with most things in Jake Paul's life, his rise hasn't been without controversy. Many have criticized him for dodging experienced professional boxers, claiming that his matches are more about entertainment than skill. And this, my friends, is where the tension with Mike Tyson starts brewing. Mike Tyson's warning. Now, let's talk about Mike Tyson. A true legend in the sport, Tyson was once the most feared fighter to ever step into the ring. Lately, he's taken on more of a mentor role, guiding and offering advice to up-and-coming fighters, Jake Paul included. Initially, Tyson seemed supportive of Jake's influence on boxing's younger audience, even stating in interviews that fighters like Jake were good for the sport. But knowing Tyson's no-nonsense personality, it wasn't long before he began to feel that Jake might not be taking boxing as seriously as he should. During an episode of his podcast, Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson, the former champ had some strong words of caution for Jake. Mike Tyson makes his move. Here's where things get really intense. Mike Tyson didn't just stop at warnings, he took it to a whole new level. Tyson challenged Jake Paul to a real fight. Yes, you heard that right. Mike Tyson, the man once known as the baddest man on the planet, threw down a serious challenge to Jake Paul. This wasn't some offhand comment or a casual social media jab. Tyson made the challenge live on national TV, telling Jake that if he truly wanted to prove himself as a legitimate boxer, it was time to face off against someone of real caliber. And who better than Iron Mike himself? What this could mean for Jake Paul's career. If Jake Paul accepts the challenge, this could be a pivotal moment in his boxing career. Up until now, his victories have been seen by many as impressive, but not necessarily against high-caliber opponents. A fight with Mike Tyson, though Tyson is well past his prime, would be a chance for Jake to prove himself against one of the most legendary names in the sport's history. However, there's a flip side to that coin. Tyson may be older, but he still carries an aura of danger. Facing him in the ring could mean Jake's biggest test yet, and a loss could shake his carefully crafted reputation. Fans and critics alike will be watching closely. If Jake can pull off a win, it could solidify him as a real contender in boxing, silencing many of his detractors. On the other hand, a loss might give his critics all the fuel they need to dismiss his boxing career entirely. Tyson's legacy and motivation for Tyson, this fight could be more than just proving a point. While many see him as a mentor figure these days, Mike Tyson has always been a fighter at heart. A matchup against Jake Paul would bring him back into the spotlight in a major way, but the risk for him is significant too. Although he's no longer in his prime, Tyson is still a name synonymous with dominance. Fighting Jake Paul might seem like an easy win to some, but Tyson would need to train seriously to avoid tarnishing his legacy. After all, if Jake manages to pull off an upset, Tyson's own standing in the sport could take a hit, even if he's far removed from his glory days. For Tyson, the motivation likely stems from wanting to see if Jake is serious about boxing, or if he's just using the sport for fame and money. If Jake steps up and shows he's truly dedicated, it could earn him the respect Tyson has been hesitant to give so far. But if Jake fails to rise to the occasion, it might confirm what Tyson and many other fighters believe, that Jake's journey in the boxing world has been more of a spectacle than a serious pursuit. What fans are saying. The internet has exploded with reactions to Tyson's challenge. Fans of both fighters are eagerly weighing in on whether this fight will happen, and if it does, who would come out on top. Jake Paul's fan base, particularly his younger audience, believes that this is the opportunity Jake needs to prove himself. They argue that while Tyson is a legend, he's also not the same fighter he once was, giving Jake a shot at victory. On the other hand, boxing purists and Tyson's diehard fans think Jake might be biting off more than he can chew.